Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my garden. I'm Michelle. Here's my little mascot, Fiona. She's my little garden observer, always watching to make sure I'm doing a good job out here. She's an indoor cat and loves her life. I wanted to show you a couple of things that have really surprised me here before I get going with today's project. I have this potato vine that was sort of left over from last year. I had just the dirt in this pot, and the potato vine sprouted, and I just let it grow because it was growing really nicely and I was hardly doing anything to it. And I noticed the other day it had a bud, and today, as you can see, I have a flower, which reminds me a lot of a morning glory. But I didn't even know potato vine could bloom. So that was kind of a nice surprise. And I'm just going to continue to let it grow and do its thing. But let me show you what we're going to be working on today. Just one more update before I get started. I just want to show you my Boscobel rose. It is just blooming its head off here. And it smells so good. The flowers are so beautiful. I really love this variety of David Austin. And I still have quite a few more buds that will be opening up. It's just so very beautiful. And I want to show you over here, I have a little visitor. The butterflies absolutely love the zinnias. I think we have a monarch here. So even though my zinnias have been racked with fungus, and I found some pests yesterday, I'm going to remember that the pollinators like these guys, and I can deal with a little bit of ugliness because the blooms that are protruding here are worth it. Let me see how close I can get. Can you see? So pretty. I love it. But anyway, let me show you what we have going on. I am still working on developing my space in this corner where the lawn people don't like to mow because we have some string. That is where we're going to try to put a greenhouse, but it's just been too hot to work on it, so hopefully by winter I will have that done. But anyway, my rose arch is doing pretty good. My David Austin James Galway, each side is climbing very nicely. I planted these from bare root earlier this year, but I wasn't sure if I'm going to leave the arch here, but for now I think I will. The dilemma I have going into next season is, do I want to leave the roses in these pots, or do I want to go ahead and plant them in the ground? So I'm not sure how I will tackle that. I don't know if now I'm just stuck because they've begun to climb and have put on a lot of growth. So we'll see what happens with that. But if I leave this arch here, my goal is to develop a nice space behind it. So as you can see, there's a plant here in the middle, and I will walk towards that. As you can see, the beautiful white bucket, proven winners. I ordered this guy from Amazon. It is a blue chiffon rose of Sharon, a hibiscus, which says it's rated for my zone. We'll go to zone 9. And it came to me in the mail. I think it's a 2-gallon pot, and it has quite a few buds on it, and it shipped well, but I think in the process it probably didn't get enough water, so some of the leaves have yellowed. There is a little bit of damage on some of them, as you can see here, but there's a lot of blooms coming, and I'm just pretty sure that once I get it planted and fertilized, it's going to do fine. So this will get quite large. I believe somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 feet or bigger. So I thought it would be a nice interest to have directly behind the arch here. So I'm going to plant that there. And as the space develops, I may or may not move these things. It's very hard to garden when you don't really have a good idea of what you're doing. But I suppose that's part of the process, is throwing stuff in the ground and knowing that plants can be moved. You just have to do it at the right time. But you can change things if they don't end up looking like how you really intended, or if they're not right for the space. Don't be afraid to move them. But let me show you the other items I'm going to plant today. Over here is my limelight hydrangea, which one of the panicles has come out and is looking very beautiful. I have several other branches that will be looking the same in the near future. And this plant has done very well. So I had a plant here, a nemesia, but it was looking a little rough. So I thought something that might be nice to plant here is a butterfly bush. So I got this Blue Chip Junior also online from Amazon, and it was shipped to me. And it's more of a compact butterfly bush, so I thought it would fill in this space quite nicely. These varieties, they don't really carry in my local nursery, so I am really thankful that I can go online and order these. So it's a little bit of an experiment to see how they do. And I wanted to show you this dahlia I started from seed. I think I will save the tuber for this at the end of the season because I really like how this one looks. This was from seed, and most of the seed varieties I grew this year had just single blossoms. This has a lot of frilly petals, so I really like that. But it's doing pretty well here. I do need to stake it, I think. But let me pan over here and show you something very exciting I'm going to be working on. This is my Crape Myrtle that I purchased. It says it can get anywhere from 8 to 20 feet tall. So I've moved it out from the fence line just a little bit, but I thought that it would look really nice up next to the white fence here. Let me sort of, I hope this is in focus. It's hard for me to tell. But it has very dark foliage and a nice pink bloom. So for me, this is like the southern equivalent of the northern black lace elderberry or gingerwine 9-bark, both varieties of which we cannot grow here in Zone 9. It is just too hot. But we can grow crepe myrtles. So this is my solution to having something with a red tone in the garden, a little bit darker. So I hope that it will look good in this space. I have to take up this cherry tree that just is not making it and keeps getting mutilated by my lawn people. But anyway, that's what I will be working on today, and I will give you a tour once I'm done. To save my plants from this happening, I am going to surround them with some bricks, the same as over here in the circle garden, and mulch them in so that it helps me and it helps the landscaping people, so that they're not trying to weed eat my plants, and they have a clear defined area of where to mow. But anyway, hang on and I will show you what everything looks like when I'm done. Good morning, y'all. Here is my reveal. I was waiting until this guy put out these 2 blooms. I saw the buds, so I wanted to go ahead and wait until it bloomed again. But here it is, all mulched in, and these flowers just do not disappoint. I can't wait to watch it put on size. And let me show you through the arbor what we've got going on. So as you can see, sorry, I'm walking backwards. It's a nice little focal point that I didn't quite get centered, but eventually that circle will come out as I develop the bed a little differently. And let me show you the other things. Here is the little butterfly bush, doing well. I really love the color of the foliage. It has a blue-green sort of tint to it, like sagey kind of leaves. It's just really pretty. And let me show you the dahlia. Have another bud coming. And one more thing, hold on. Here is the crepe myrtle, all edged in. I did not finish the laying down of the paper bag and the mulching in this area, but I will do that. Hopefully the lawn people just don't try to weed eat inside my circle. But anyway, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please give me a thumbs up if you made it this far so I know you're here. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.